Will Paul Ryan's selection as the vice presidential nominee allow the GOP to capture Wisconsin? Let's take a look at three maps. The first map represents negative change in Republican percentages per county. The darker the county, the greater the GOP loss of its share of the vote between 2004 and 2008. In this instance, the lightest of the counties up in the sparsely populated northwest corner of the state still represent a decline of at least 1%. That is, there was not, and let me emphasize this, there was not one single county in the state where the Republicans increased their share of the vote in 2008, not even in the most Republican of counties. This is ominous for the GOP. No matter how poorly John McCain may have conducted his campaign, there was hardly a state of any size where the Republicans lost their share of the vote in every county. And not only did the GOP share of the vote decline overall, but when we look at just the sheer number of votes, not the share of the vote, but the sheer number of votes, McCain ticket lost votes in 71 of Wisconsin's 72 counties. In the second map, the darker the county, there were more Republican votes lost between 2004 and 2008. In fact, in just two counties alone, Milwaukee and Dane, the home of the University of Michigan, the GOP 2008 total fell almost 50,000 votes shy of their 2004 total. The three darker counties in the east central part of the state comprise the Green Bay, Appleton, and Oshkosh urban area, and there the Republicans lost almost 30,000 votes between the two elections. Statewide, the Republicans lost by just over 11,000 votes in 2004, a very close election. But in 2008, the Republicans lost by over 400,000 votes. When Republicans look at the trend over the last three elections, they should be even more worried. The third map shows how Republican voting patterns were distributed across Wisconsin when we grouped the presidential elections of 2000, 2004, and 2008. As you can see, there are no real patterns in the state. While an in-depth statistical analysis can find some connections among the different counties, in reality, voting patterns in Wisconsin are broken up and scattered all over the state. It is a perfect example of a swing state. But as we demonstrated in the first two slides, strong patterns did emerge in 2008, whatever may have happened in 2000, 2004. The 2008 election exposed the soft underbelly of the Wisconsin Republican Party. Many Wisconsin voters who usually voted Republican either did not turn out to vote in 2008 or they voted Democratic. Simply put, in Wisconsin, the Republican base is much, much less solid than the Democratic base. The GOP needs just to hold onto their base, and in addition, they need to activate it too. So what would it take for Romney Ryan to win in Wisconsin? First, the Republicans need about 500,000 Republican-leaning votes or independents who either did not turn out last time or who voted for Obama last time to vote Republican. In any state, even in California, that would be a lot of voters. Since the Democratic base is solid and dependable, the Romney-Ryan ticket actually needs to add far more voters than Obama did in 2008. Why? Because Obama started with a large and solid core of voters in 2008. In 2012, however, the Republicans are starting with a much smaller core of voters and a larger number of nominally Republican voters who are actually independents. And second, if we look at this final map, which shows where the GOP had the largest ratio of votes lost between 2004 and 2008, it shows that the Republicans need to recapture the southwest corner of the state, and they need to recapture the east central and northeast corner of the state, particularly the Green Bay, Appleton, and Oshkosh urban area, and they need to get at least a few more votes out of the Milwaukee-Dane belt. This is a tall order. But the need to win at least 500,000 votes more than the McCain-Palin ticket did makes this a long shot for the Romney forces. Not impossible, but still a long shot. The Republicans have a very good and effective organization in Wisconsin. They have, after all, elected a GOP governor, survived his recall. They defeated Russ Feingold, a Democratic U.S. Senator who was seen as a rising star in that party, and they captured the state assembly. Still, the number of new or returning GOP votes needed makes a Republican victory difficult. Statistically, the odds are that Wisconsin's 10 electoral votes will end up in the president's column. Now, if I were a betting man, I'd want at least 2-to-1 odds before betting on the Romney ticket in Wisconsin. Who knows? It may happen. But everything has to fall exactly into place for the Romney-Ryan forces to win Wisconsin.